Some endings don't shout. They don't need a final line or a climactic speech. Sometimes, all it takes is silence, a glance, a breath, a pause held long enough to say everything. These moments didn't just end the film, they redefined what came before and what we remembered after. These are the top 10 silent scenes that change the ending without saying a word. We begin with one of cinema's most debated final shots, Inception. The screen cuts to black, but not before the question lingers. Cobb sees his children. He smiles. The camera doesn't show their faces until now. It's the reunion he's chased across layers of reality. He spins the totem. It wobbles just slightly. Then silence. No line of confirmation. No whispered resolution. Just a spinning top and a cut to black. Christopher Nolan didn't explain the ending. He made you carry it with you. Next, a moment of freedom without a single word. The Shawshank Redemption. 500 yards of sewage, pitch black and suffocating. Andy Dufresne crawls through all of it, alone. When he finally emerges beneath the storm, he doesn't scream. He doesn't collapse. He just raises his arms. Lightning flashes. Rain pours down. For the first time in decades, he's free. There's no applause, no soundtrack, no closing words. The silence isn't empty. It's the sound of redemption. Now a quiet act of love that rewrote the tone of an entire franchise. Frozen. Anna steps between Hans and the blade without a word. She sees what's about to happen and chooses. There's no time to yell. No grand farewell. She throws herself between her sister and the sword, and in the moment of impact, she freezes.
Anna! Oh, Anna! No! No, please, no.
The act of love that saves her doesn't come with a dramatic speech. It comes with silence, sacrifice, and the deepest kind of choice, and that changes everything. In our fourth entry, silence becomes tension in its purest form. The Dark Night. Gordon begs. Harvey threatens. The city hangs in the balance, but the silence before the fall is where the tension lives. Batman watches. The child waits. The coin flips. There's no explosion, no scream, just the snap of a decision and the silence that comes after it. When Batman takes the blame, no one protests, no one explains. The legend begins, not with a word, but with a silent lie. Up next is a scene that brought love to life. Without a single line, Wall-E. Eve rebuilds him, checks everything, but when Wall-E reboots, something's missing. He rolls forward, processes trash, doesn't recognize her, doesn't blink, doesn't feel. Eve leans in, trying to reconnect. Still nothing. Until she reaches for his hand. A blink, a spark, a pause. No words, just recognition. And in that moment, love comes alive in silence. Now a final frame that left us with more questions than answers. The Godfather Part 2. Michael has won. Everyone who challenged him, removed. Every threat, eliminated. He sits alone in the garden. The frame lingers. There's no celebration, no warmth, only silence. In the empire he built. The final shot isn't triumphant, it's haunting. A man who gained everything and lost everything that mattered. In this next moment, silence outruns chaos. 1917, the camera doesn't cut, the sound doesn't swell. He runs across a battlefield, dodging bullets, tripping over bodies, pushing forward with everything he has. He isn't a hero, he's just desperate. And when he reaches the line, delivers the message, and stops. It's not the orders that matter. It's that silence right after, when you realize what it costs just to stop the next wave. Coming in now, a childhood lost in a single breath, the Lion King. The king has fallen. Simba approaches the body, unsure. He nudges Mufasa's paw, waits, nudges again. There's no movement, no answer. The wind blows, the dust settles, and the child lies beside his father, hoping for anything, but getting nothing. It's not what's said here. It's what can't be said. That's what breaks you. In this scene, the silence was the answer. Cast away. After everything, the crash, the island, the years. Chuck Nolan stands alone at a crossroads in Texas. No one speaks. No signs point to the right way. But when he turns to look down the dusty road, we understand everything. The world kept going without him. The ending doesn't need words. Just a long shot, a pause, and a decision that only the audience feels. And finally, we end with silence as tribute. American Sniper. Chris Kyle walks out the door. There's no goodbye, no final quote. The screen fades, and real footage begins. His funeral procession, the flags, the salutes, the silence. No narration, no commentary, just the weight of what was lost. This wasn't just an ending, it was a reminder. Sometimes silence isn't a stylistic choice, it's a mark of respect. No voiceover, no last-minute twist. These scenes didn't rely on dialogue to make you feel something. They relied on trust. That you'd understand the truth without anyone having to say it. Because when silence lands, it stays with you.